Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a hilarious video for you here today of a woman who mistakenly tested her husband with divorce and then it backfired. So let's jump in. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Let's take a listen.
3 months ago today, my husband, daughter, and I were on our way home from the zoo, and I don't really remember what was said, but I think I said something along the lines of like, what, you want to break up or something, like as a joke? And my husband said yes and told me the custody plan that he had thought of, and this is 2 days after our wedding anniversary, and I thought I was gonna die. Oof. My friends had to peel me off the floor and force feed me for weeks, months, I would argue. Even though it hurts and it like stings that he found someone new before he was even gone, my life's a lot better. And I should have left a long time ago.
Wait, so this woman is crying, okay, because she screwed around and she found out very damn quick. I love it whenever these women, you know, they come with ultimatums to the man, like, oh, why don't we break up? Or if you don't do this for me, then I'm gone. And then the man just sits there and he's like, okay, leave then. And then who breaks down? Is it the man who breaks down? Usually not. Usually it's the women who cry to the internet. They complain, oh, how could he? It was 2 days after our anniversary. These women are complete psychos. They are trying to manipulate their husbands, and when it doesn't work out, then they are the ones to get on the internet and complain about it.
And I should have left a long time ago. But
this could be the reason she is crying. Maybe she is still sad because she wanted to be the one leaving their relationship. But since he left and moved on quickly, it made her feel rejected.
I mean, the reason why she's probably crying is probably because she didn't have any intention of actually, you know, divorcing the guy just yet. I think she did this to try and manipulate the guy as some sort of a power play, but it just didn't work out. The dude was not interested in being manipulated. He called the bluff and said, okay, see you later. And then, of course, she's crying about it because she now she's facing the harsh reality that she's going to have to pay her own bills herself. She's going to have to function as an independent adult. And a lot of these women, they don't like that. That's why they got married in the first place, was so that they had someone to share life responsibilities with. Now, all of those life responsibilities are going to come crashing down on this woman.
Their relationship. But since he left and moved on quickly, it made her feel rejected.
in my house is really happy. And nobody yells. And there's no fighting. And I haven't been happy this truly since before my relationship.
Oh yeah, guys, because that's what happy people do, right? They get on the internet and they cry and they record themselves crying, and then they mention how their friends had to force feed them and peel them off the ground, because that really constitutes a happy person. Now, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I don't really equate crying heavily on the internet and having your friends have to support you incredibly heavily as a happy moment in your life. Oh, I'm so happy now. I'm so fulfilled, says the person crying on TikTok. They're complete liars, guys. Like, from the start to the finish, this woman is just a liar. Doesn't matter what her situation is, she's going to be lying to you. And even now, it's funny, right? Because she tried to manipulate her husband, okay? It completely backfired, which is hilarious. But notice in this woman's behavior, what's she doing now? She's trying to manipulate the audience. She's trying to manipulate you who's watching this video. These women don't learn. They just manipulate. And if someone figures out that's what they're doing, then you're the problem, you know?
This truly since before my relationship.
Based on what she just said, it means that none of them were happy in that relationship. Therefore, his decision ended up helping both. She claimed that she hadn't been truly happy since before their relationship. It means that their marriage just brought sadness to her life. So based on her...
Yeah, so now she should be incredibly happy, right? I don't know if I'm mishearing, okay? I'm a little bit tired, about to go to bed after I record this video, but, you know, I heard that she was trying to put forward that she was happier now. You know, she hasn't been this happy since she was out of the relationship earlier, but since before she even met the man. That's the way I was reading the situation. But even if that's not exactly what she said, well, you know, if she was happier before the relationship, well, now it's over. You can go back to being happy, madam. Oh, no, wait, we're crying in our car. Hilarious.
It means that their marriage just brought sadness to her life. So based on her statement alone, she should be happy at this point, not sad. He just freed both, and she confirmed that her life is a lot better since he left. So where is the sadness coming from?
If you're there, if it's too late, it gets better. I know I'm crying, so it doesn't seem like it's better. It still hurts. I'm not going to say that it doesn't, but like, I'm very much in a place where grief and joy coexist, and I'm a lot happier. Like, I have not felt this good since I was a teenager.
And just know that it was never about you. He will never be satisfied, and she will lose him the same way she got him. He did you a favor.
Wait. Oh my goodness. These women cope so damn hard. This is what I'm saying with like TikTok guys, is women can get on the internet, they can say the most outlandish crap over on TikTok. And then you'll have women in the comments who just absolutely support her. You know, I swear, women could go out there, commit a felony crime, okay, turn around, blame it on somebody else, even though it completely wasn't their fault. And then women in the comments would be supporting the woman, you know? Like, she could go out here, do some egregious crime live on like national television, and you'll still have women defending her in the comments. But this woman says, just know it was never about you. He will never be satisfied, and she will lose him the same way she got him. He did you a favor. So apparently, you know, she's talking about this new woman that he apparently got, which I don't know if that's true or not. But, you know, a lot of women, they get this idea in their head that, oh, he immediately lined up a woman because he just ditched me and he had no problem doing it. Usually the dude's just sick of being disrespected and treated like crap. It doesn't necessarily mean that he has a woman lined up. But if he did, you know, do I feel a lot of empathy? No. Women do this crap to men all of the time. But this is the funny part at the top. She says, just know that it was never about you. You know, Queen, there's nothing you could have done whatsoever. You're completely blameless in this situation. It's totally fine. It was never about you. It says more about him. Like, get out of here.
Your subconscious knew he wanted to leave. Even asking it as a joke, you knew. Your brain was saving you more grief than him not saying it and staying. I wish you so much healing.
You guys see how women just like cope so damn hard in the comment section trying to paint her out as being the good person, right? So she you know, apparently it's fine. It wasn't a manipulation strategy. It wasn't like a power play, her just screwing around and finding out. It wasn't completely disrespectful. It was her subconscious, guys, and she just knew, and she was asking it as a harmless joke. These women are so ridiculous, man. They're so damn ridiculous.
Mine left us in February, moved right into his girlfriend's house that day. He's 29, she's 22. He met her at work. He never even said bye to my kids who loved him like their dad. Hasn't spoken to us since.
Wait a minute, back up. So this woman is a single mother to multiple children, and she's pissed because this dude immediately left her ass. Let's be honest about it. She was probably a complete nightmare, probably disrespected him in a similar way, okay? So this dude leaves her ass, and then immediately he's with someone 7 years younger than him. Ooh, that's gotta sting. You know, as like a probably pushing 30-year-old single mother or something like this. Mine left us in February, moved right into his girlfriend's house that day. He's 29 and she's 22. Nothing pisses these women off, guys, more than men moving on and getting with a younger woman. And this is why so many of them become bitter and they say, oh, well, the man's just being manipulative, right? He's into young women. How creepy. But bear in mind, it was never a problem when they were the ones who were 22 getting attention from the older men. It's only when it goes the other way around do they start to have issues with issues with this. So this woman is, very sad, obviously, that she and her 2 kids got ditched by the dude who wasn't even the biological father. Again, guys, I think these women should be grateful to even have any level of commitment from men whatsoever. Committing to a single mother is a complete waste of a dude's time.
This type of situation usually happens when people tend to ignore or disregard their partner's feelings. As we can see, her husband wasn't happy in that marriage, and it could be the reason he wasted no time but moved out as soon as she brought up divorce. This is why those who tend to pay attention to their spouse are less likely to face this type of situation, as they will be able to spot issues easily and act on them before it's too late. Having a selfish mindset where you believe that your feelings are the only thing that matters usually doesn't work well in relationships, as it normally ends just like theirs.
But I think I said something along the lines of like, what, you want to break up or something, like as a joke? And my husband said yes and told me the custody plan that he had thought of, and this is 2 days after our wedding anniversary.
While she thought she was just joking with her husband about separation, he already thought about every single detail of their divorce, including their child custody plan. He was really serious about it. We need to understand that normally husbands are the last to give up.
Guys, this is actually a great point, okay, is that dudes are really usually the last ones to leave. Like, you actually have to really push a guy or do something egregiously wrong, typically, in order for him to initiate a divorce on you. Statistically speaking, women are the ones who are initiating the divorces, and statistically speaking, they are doing it because they feel like it because of irreconcilable differences. Okay, dudes are not the ones who are predominantly going out here and just leaving women. So usually when men get to this point, there was a lot of pushing that had to happen. Like, you typically have to do something quite wrong over an extended period of time in order for men to actually be the ones to leave you.
We're always the last ones leaving the boat, as it's in our nature to do our best to keep our family together. So anytime a man makes this move, it means that he had a good reason for it. Interestingly, a lot of women in the comment section were saying that he wanted to leave because he was cheating, but this is not always the case. The reality is that men rarely leave their families because they met someone else. This is not the reason most would leave, and to be honest, that's one of the least. The most common one has to do with the type of relationship he has. Many husbands are quietly unhappy and their wives are completely unaware of it.
Yeah, see, most guys don't line up a woman right after their relationship. Point in case, most guys actually can't. Like, a lot of women line up dudes after their relationships and their marriages because all it takes is one little post on Instagram where they put a sad face and there will be dudes in her DMs, okay? Dudes don't just naturally accrue options oftentimes unless he's really highly attractive. Like, a dude will go back out here into the dating market and it'll be absolutely terrible for him for quite a few months sometimes, man. Like, a lot of guys simply don't have options. They don't even have the options to cheat with the women on in the first place. Like, it's crazy. Women are like, oh, he's just lining up other women. Most men can't even line up other women, by the way, because the other women aren't interested in him because he's average. He's that stable, boring guy, for example.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I call bullshit. Okay, but that's exactly the opposite of what I'm asking you. So it's just
This is why I don't tell you anything.
right. So
For
this,
me, everything I say, everything comes out of my mouth is bullshit. So why bother?
okay, well then don't then. Then shut up. Because you're sorry. What is this?
She clearly listens to argue and not to understand, and this attitude makes the whole process harder. Based on her energy, I don't think she is ready for therapy, and it seems like she needs to work on herself first before trying to do something for their relationship. At this point, it doesn't look like she wants to work things out.
He likes to think that he is this person where, I'm trying to communicate, I'm the peacemaker, and blah, blah, blah. He is not. He is not. Okay, so do you want to do therapy? I thought that's what we were here for. Okay, so abusing each other is not therapy. Exactly. So, yeah. Don't. I'm trying not to, which is why I'm on my best behavior. Look at me. I am and try to follow my advice. Okay. What you're doing right now is destructive. It's not therapy. So just don't do it now.
What did he do to her? That's her best behavior. Damn.
Yeah, like holy hell, man. This is why, by the way, I'm not a fan of these whole like, oh, go to therapy type situations for marriages and stuff. Like I'm not a fan of marriage therapy, relationship therapy and stuff like this. Um, just hell no, man. Absolutely not. And if this is like this comment says, if this is this woman's best behavior, holy hell, I cannot imagine what dealing with this woman in a relationship is actually like, or even in a marriage. That would be, guys, I would just absolutely, I would age like 20 times faster if I had to listen to this woman all day.
The way these men play innocent and they have it down so good.
Holy hell.
Me as a couple therapist, dude, run. She looks like a joy to be around. That's a woman who was tired, who tried for a long time and mentally clocked out. When he's finally trying, she no longer wants to try.
Notice how they just make excuses for these women who are absolutely horrible. I mean, she's sitting there telling him to shut up. It's not like she's not interested in trying, like there's some sort of passive result, you know? She's actively just insulting the guy and telling him to shut the hell up. Like, what is that? What is that, man? Like, I'll tell you what it is. It's a complete waste of time.
Always working on my defensiveness.
I'm trying not to, which is why I'm being on my best behavior.
It was interesting that she openly told the therapist that she was currently on her best behavior. Is that the best she could do? From that statement alone, we can imagine what goes down when she isn't at her best. This is the part most are missing. I have noticed a huge mix of opinions in the comment section. On one side, we have a group that believes he is the reason she got to this stage. They think somehow he is doing things in their relationship that placed her in this state of mind. And on the other side, we have another group that believes this is just who she really is. But in my opinion, since she was constantly disregarding the presence of a therapist, it says more about her. She wasn't willing to get things solved. It was all about proving a point, and that wasn't helping anyone. In fact, it was making the situation even worse.
So for you, everything I say, everything that comes out of my mouth is bullshit, so why bother?
Okay, well then don't then. Then shut up.
I don't even know why she decided to accept this appointment, because it seems like she is not interested in working on their relationship, and this is something her partner should consider. At this point, it's evident that if they don't make the necessary change, their marriage won't last long, as none of them are happy.
I mean, here's the thing, guys. When these women get into these marriages, there was never any respect to begin with. You know, they're not oftentimes with these guys because they're attracted to them. They're not with them because they're actually interested in the man. They're with him because he represents something. And usually that's stability. You know, it's a guy who's going to be there for her, do anything that she tells him to do, help pay the bills, and so on and so forth. It doesn't, like these girls who get into these marriages, man, women are getting into them for business purposes. You understand? They're not getting into them for love purposes. It's about, okay, I need this man so he can be around and do things for me. This is where all of the disrespect comes from, is because the women think that they deserve better than the man that they are with. And this is the problem, right? Because no matter what the man does, she is always going to have an issue with him.
Especially her husband. That was the face of a man who was getting to his limits. His body language indicates that he was tired of trying, and soon he would tap out. He is probably a good guy who is doing his best to keep his family together. But we also know that even those who are kind and would do anything for their family also have their own limits, and his seems to be close.
Get why you always have to bitch about the kitchen being a mess.
Because you're a stay-at-home mom by choice. That's why I work 50 hours a week. I ask for one simple thing. Keep the kitchen clean, keep the house organized. That's it. And take care
Okay,
of our
do I
kids.
need to bow down to you?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
Holy hell, throw the woman out. Guys, like these women don't respect the effort that the men put in. If they don't respect the effort that you put in, why be with them? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the thing that bothers me about dudes, man. I've got to roast the dudes for this. Men just put up with way too much crap. You know, I think that men should have more self-respect. I think that men should walk away. You know, now they don't have to listen to that. Men are free to make whatever decision that they want. But me personally, guys, I'm not going to be out here providing for some woman who's ungrateful. Oh, hell no. I would rather be by myself, man. I'll get a dog or something. You know, I'll get a dog and I'll hang out with my dog. That'll be it. Okay, but trying to trying to be with women who consider it bowing down or some sort of oppression to keep the kitchen clean. Like, get the hell out of here. You know, this guy's working, he's providing, he's putting a roof over her head, and this woman has the audacity to look how messy the kitchen is. Guys, there's just crap everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got piles of stuff over here, you know, and this is probably the cleaned version. There's a whole bunch of dishes still up here. Like this, I want to emphasize this, guys. This woman has nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing to do here, and there's just crap all over the counters, absolutely everywhere. You know, there's like a bottle thing here, there's a pile of crap here, there's dishes here that haven't been put away, or, you know, there's crap over here too. And this is probably post some cleaning. This woman has nothing to do all day, and she views it as like oppression. The funny thing is, guys, I think if the roles were reversed, dudes would clean the house no problem. You know what I'm saying? But women aren't out here providing for dudes on a long-term basis, usually.
Just and take care of our
do I need to bow down to you?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just simply pick up throughout the day.
She is not listening. This wasn't what he was asking for, and she knows it.
Just by the way, why the hell is she recording this? On top of this situation, guys, these women are so damn insane, they have to record this crap as well.
He just wants some sort of contribution, and to be honest, he isn't asking for much.
I work 50 hours a week,
So
60
you're
hours a
saying
week.
I'm messy?
Correct. Saying you're a slob.
Really? A slob?
A mess.
Do
Whatever
you
want
think
to call
I
it.
look ugly?
I didn't say you dress like a slob. I said you don't pick up after yourself. Very simple.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's look in the fridge. Oh, that's right. No milk. I thought the one thing that I asked for you to do was to get milk.
You mean milk right here?
Oh. Well, I didn't see it.
Oh my, of course you didn't see it because you haven't been in the kitchen to even clean it. Oh my goodness, guys. Like, and the thing is, let's just say hypothetically, her little jab here. Okay, let's just say the dude forgot to get the milk. Okay, he can just go and, it's not that big of a deal. He could just go and get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, forgetting the milk, by the way, the fact that I'm even discussing this just blows my mind. Forgetting something is not the same as actively just not doing something. You see what I'm saying? Like, if the dude forgets, hey, he forgot, you know? But how do you, this guy has clearly brought this up multiple times. How do you forget to clean the kitchen? You're in the house all day. This dude has probably brought this up multiple times. And she's, like, rambling about the milk. Which, by the way, is there.
Look.
But there's other things.
Name it.
Your clothes are in heaps all over the house, and all I
Can I
ask,
go get my clothes hamper and show you my clothes hamper? Because I'll gladly show you.
I pick up your underwear, your socks. It's everywhere.
Show you.
Oh my goodness. So guys, let's just say this woman is right for a second, okay? Let's just say that the dude is leaving his clothes around the house. It's a complete mess, right? So what? Pick them up. You have nothing to do all day. This guy is out here working. Like, this woman can't even comprehend. She wouldn't be able to live here without this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, picking up clothes off the ground is nothing compared to working a difficult 9 to 5 or working this many hours a week. This dude works 50 to 60 hours a week, and she can't even be bothered to keep the house clean. It's not like, by the way, guys, the house, okay? It's not like, you know, there's a hurricane that goes through every 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's just about maintenance. It's really not that damn hard.
Show him your bathroom?
Okay. Should I show him all the hair that's in the drain from your beard?
She works way more than you, dude. You're lucky she's still there. She's your partner, not your maid.
These commenters, guys, I'm going to lose my marbles. This is why I don't like TikTok. These people are so dense, right? If this woman thinks she's a maid, kick her out and see how she feels then. See how difficult her life becomes. You know, like, I'm not interested in these games, man. You know, you want to screw around, you want to be ungrateful, get out of the house. You know?
If you're a stay-at-home mom, then the home is your job. I fully respect stay-at-home moms, as it's a very demanding job. But like any job, If you don't do your job right, regardless at which any setting, things fall apart.
Just by the way, I don't think, like, you know, if you have kids and stuff, raising kids not the easiest, sure, but let's not say that this crap is very demanding. Okay, she stays at home all day. I'm so sick of hearing this. You know what's very demanding? Actually working a real job. You know, like going out there and actually trying to make the money. Again, switch the role with the dude. I guarantee you the dude will do this just fine.
And you let down the team. Stay-at-home mom by choice. And she doesn't do stay-at-home mom things. This is where she started to redirect the conversation, and this type of tactic is the reason many are struggling to keep a healthy relationship. She just displayed the characteristic of someone who prefers to avoid things instead of taking them into consideration and reflecting on them. Did you notice her intention when she was asking him about the milk he was supposed to buy? That was just a strategy to find something he also didn't do. The plan was to be even. But instead of that reaction, she should have acknowledged what he was trying to communicate and obviously do her best to avoid it going forward. But based on her response, he is more likely to face the same situation again. And this is what deteriorates relationships the most. Let's take their case as an example. He is working really hard to provide an environment where she can comfortably be a stay-at-home wife, and the only thing he is asking her is to keep things in order while she is at home. But she doesn't seem to understand that he is already doing his part of the agreement, but she still didn't do hers.
Yeah, and guys, like, I can't be bothered with this, man. I think a lot of men can't be bothered with this crap. And notice how, by the way, during this interaction, she's actively trying to manipulate the guy. Oh, what, you think I'm ugly? Right? She's trying to derail the whole thing. If your woman does this crap, guys, you're a provider, she pulls this nonsense. Holy hell, I don't know how men deal with this. I really don't. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.